Yo, oh my God, what's up with y'all, gang? Welcome to Medium Ghetto Podcast. Just to let you know, updates on the how the show will operate. This will be a bi-weekly show. Now we're going. The Medium Ghetto Podcast is now a bi-weekly show. Where we're gonna be talking about cultural changes, cultural perceptions, and things like that. It's gonna be dope. But with that, I introduce my two co-hosts, Troy and Kendall.
Yo,
What up? What up?
How y'all doing?
I'm hanging in, man. I'm chilling.
I
Hey, I
see
got iced
Troy there.
coffee, so it's in the morning.
You smoking? You smoking early in the morning. I also see that. What's in your cup?
That's
If you
iced coffee.
smoking, oh okay,
Yeah.
it's different. I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, you smoking
Blunt
and
iced
drinking
coffee.
some liquor. You got no henny in the cup.
Hell no! It is 10:45 a.m. right now for me. I'm also 31. You know, if I was in my 20s, that'd be right up my alley still. Fuck that.
I think I've seen a little glimpse of your love journey with you and Kendall.
Oh yeah.
I
The
gotta
love
watch.
journey.
Totally a love journey.
We were on a love journey, Troy.
Totally a
You
love
Nah,
and
I gotta
me.
watch more of it because I was just like the only clip I only seen your clip, and I was like, damn, I want to hear what Kendall thinks about love.
journey. It's interesting episode. My microphone, I don't know what the fuck. I gotta make sure because it was a little It's been staticky lately, but like I don't know, nothing happened to the microphone, so I gotta do some technical shit, figure out some shit.
Yeah,
But
it happens.
overall, you can still hear it. It's just staticky at moments.
Well, let's get to it though. So so this came up like it was a big subject on the internet like 2 weeks ago. It was the fact that certain cultures accept dating more feminine guys, and some cultures look down on dating feminine guys. Of course, I don't see myself as a feminine guy. I'm actually pretty masculine, and I sometimes I hate it
Such a
because
man.
yeah, I mean this bitch burning my mind, my head. I mean my shell just burning. Be mad as fuck. Not expressing shit, but shit, man. But
Let's see.
let's talk about like how do different cultures perceive men with feminine traits, and how does this influence women's attraction to them? Can you give me any examples of societies where such men are particularly admired or sought after?
Mm, I think it just depends on one which you're classifying as feminine. That's because that relates to the other show that we were doing for a second that I still think we need to bring back with actually exactly these three people. Men can't do shit. Because it just depends on what you look at as feminine. Like, okay, so like let's say Americans, like, dancing for a man sometimes, especially certain types of dances, they be looking like, oh, like a nigga Muslim brother would hold up the wall, be a wallflower, and then get out there and move their hips a little bit. Whereas in some cultures, like, since I moved to Arizona, like a lot of like Latin cultures and shit, like the men will dance, they moving their body, they you know what I'm saying? Like they got a fucking whole different type of rhythm that some of the ways that they would move, people that I know of, like from where I came from, and shit, would be looking like that's us. It's like, no, bitch, it's dancing. So it just depends on what
I
you're
remember very
classifying as feminine.
specifically somebody on this podcast, I ain't gonna name no names, saying that men should be working, not dancing. Straight men should be working, not dancing. I ain't gonna name
What you
no
dancing for,
names,
nigga?
but somebody said that.
Cadell bring the old shit. It was 2 weeks ago.
It was more than
I know
that.
this nigga ain't over here dancing. This nigga
Oh
be working.
shit.
Probably 2 months by now.
Nah, but I know in like Korea and Japanese culture, for instance, they have like more so beautiful. I guess beautiful men are more sought after, in a way,
Mm.
and it looked more
Yeah, metro like.
attractive. Versus like I'll say like hip hop culture, you suspect.
Yeah, nigga, you got a skiffle tee? Hell no.
Yeah, like it's crazy. A feminine trait could be looked at as, let's say,
Washing your
someone
face.
actually washing their like cleaning themselves.
Yeah.
Literally, a feminine trait could be emotional sensitivity, gentleness, and strong sense of personal grooming aesthetics.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
That
don't
nigga did
consider any of
more
that
than
like feminine stuff.
yeah.
For me, like particularly, and what I've seen, especially in like Black culture, is like because things like buck breaking existed before, anything that leans toward the gay now is just like a big no no. And it's
Buck
really
Breakers is gay.
problematic to me because if you look at it, the way people have the conversations about the stuff, it's almost always like you're discrediting or disqualifying gay people from existing at all, or anybody that leans in that direction where they do dress more like flamboyantly or they behave more that way. And it's like, oh, this is how the white man wants us to act. And it's like it really
Okay.
doesn't have to go that deep. Like people can just exist this way and it's fine.
Yeah.
Um you see this with the trans or well with Black people toward the trans community a lot as well, where it's like niggas that are trans are just brainwashed by like white supremacy. It's like
But
really
yeah.
you don't think trans people are just like naturally occurring because every culture on the planet pretty much has
Yeah,
them?
I didn't notice, but Native Americans had trans people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We
they
used to
consider them
call
like
them people with two spirits or something
two
like that.
spirited. Yeah, two natured.
Yeah, I never knew that. I was like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, and if people act like it's fucking brand new or something, like it's some like gay
I
just
think the
popped up
media
out of
just
nowhere.
I'm not even talking about like a little trans debate. I'm really mainly even talking. I'm just talking about like how the perception of like feminine guys out here is looked up as sassy. I think there's a lot more feminine guys out here because raised by single
but
moms.
that's what. But that's just what you
So you
again go
got
back to like
your
what you
mom's sassy
consider.
ass traits.
Yes,
It,
but
it all comes from the same place, the distaste for it.
yeah, yeah, but it just also depends again on what you're considering feminine. Because like I think more men now like I actually just had this conversation on another show the other day, um, about like how more men like speak up now or kind of express themselves. And I was like, back then niggas couldn't do that shit. First off, because that's why your grandpa and great grandpa and all them had fucking mistresses because they couldn't say the shit they wanted to say to your grandma, so they would go got another bitch around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like I can't express myself. I can't say shit. My skin dry as hell. My hands fucking hurt because I can't put lotion on because that's gay. Fucking like they going through fucking hell. So they just said fuck it. So they was beating their women's ass and then going around the corner to fuck another bitch that everybody knew about. Oh, that's Miss Ruby. Like you know what
Or
I'm
another
saying?
nigga.
Niggas knew about that. Or that.
Oh, we got a
And
good
it's like
comment though right here. So
now
we got comment guys. It's from my friend Angel, and this is what I'm talking about too. This is the key, and the problem is the majority of the generations on the DL. A lot of men won't tell you they're bisexual, and they rob you of the choice of choosing to date them. So the sad thing is, a lot of females are on high alert and on the lookout for certain attributes because 90% of men won't tell them, and the rise of HIV is scary. You know what's crazy about the funny part? I want to talk about this is on high alert and look out for certain attributes. That's actually like men can't do shit.
yeah.
I got a lot to say about that, so I'll let y'all go first.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah, I
have
got
my
plenty
thing
to say
too.
about that.
Yeah. I'll say real quick. I think I do kind of slightly agree that I don't know about the majority of this generation is on the down low per se, but I do think a lot like people don't. I think psychology needs to be taught like fucking in elementary school because most of those people who are the most angriest about it are like the most bothered by it are the ones who are on the down low and shit like that. Like you don't get worked up over something that doesn't mean anything to you. Like you get bothered because it's hitting the chord. It's something. So it's like most of these niggas that's out there so angry about it or whatever the case is, they're fucking gay as hell. And it's like the problem the problem that comes in is that there's more people pushing it off that are actually like that behind closed doors than it is people just accepting it and being like, okay, well, yeah, this is me. And so I kind of do agree that it does put women in a certain spot of like needing to be, I guess, on alert, but at the same time, it's like it's I don't know, it's touchy because I think it just depends on the situation too. But I'll drop it there and because I feel like Kendall really has.
No, okay,
it's kind of going over into his territory a little bit,
yeah. This shit bothers me a lot. This comment, like, I hate this shit. So a man or anybody is not more likely to cheat on you because they're bisexual. The fact of the matter is, straight people are going to cheat on you just as frequently. I agree that the rise of like STDs is a problem, But the problem there isn't with the fact that you might get HIV from the person because they're bi. It's that they're not telling you about their tested status. That's it. That's going to happen with straight people too. A lot of people don't want to tell you that they're bi, even if they're monogamous, because you're going to look at them different solely because they've had sex with somebody before. If they're clean, if they're or not, I don't like using clean or like dirty because it's kind of
Yeah, I get you.
But if you're tested and you communicate that to your partner, that should be fine by itself. But it's like, oh, you've slept with a man before. I'm not for that. Okay, that's pretty corny. Because again, they're not more likely to cheat on you with a man because they're bi. They're just as likely to cheat on you if they're straight. None of that makes any difference. It really doesn't. And I'll debate that point too if there's like any further comment.
Not really. I think
wait till she hear that.
That's a really good comment though. I think guys need to be, especially like, because they don't know how, like you said, Troy, and like you said, Kendall, they don't know how to actually express themselves if they know they are bi or they figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like these DL guys don't know. They're just mad. Yeah. As the I guess you could say I'm the resident heterosexual guy of this podcast at the moment.
Yeah, it makes sense.
A resident.
But I really like your comment, Troy, because that's all that is important. Because I never thought about that. I was like, yo, like if you really didn't care, you wouldn't act like you care.
You don't care. You're bothered because it hit something in you. You're like, oh, what's this gay shit going on over here? And in your mind, you're like, damn, that gay shit look fun. Like in your mind, you're like, ooh, that gay shit, I want to be over there with that. But you can't because you haven't accepted it in yourself. And so you mad. Now you better go fuck with these gay people for no reason. Like, it's more so that, and I think it's because men aren't allowed the same freedom. Because I'll say this for a fact: most of the females that I know, when they get a little drunk, get a little gay. Most women I know of,
yeah, they queer bait,
especially if they're around the bitch. Like a lot of women I know of have had fantasies or done things that like men aren't allowed that same freedom of exploring. So then it becomes like most men, like not I ain't gonna say most men, but a lot of men are like frustrated there. So it's like. They can't even have a moment because now if they had that moment, motherfuckers looking at them like, you can try something one time because I also know some women who did try it once and was like, oh, it was cute, but that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? But now you have that thing has been expressed. It's out of you now. You don't, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing in you that's striking a chord no more. Whereas men, they never even get a chance to have that 1 second, that little quick experience and be like, that was nice, but I'm good.
We also have to ask the question of why do people feel the need to be DL? Why do they feel the need to be down low? And
because society. That's what
we know the answer.
Like, oh yeah,
like we know that answer. But at the end of the day, like that's exactly what it boils down to. If you're gonna be like horribly fucking judgmental, like I mean, a lot of people that are bi aren't even going to want to date someone who is so close-minded about that kind of stuff. Yeah. Again, it's not every. Hold on. Let's see. Jamar, you want to read the comment?
I can't read. Let me see. I feel like online, this is always me in a classroom. Like, yo, teacher, you want to read this? Like, I'm like, oh, damn, I gotta read. Put it in class. I never said nothing about you. I know someone who has HIV from her partner sneaking with men. That's scary as shit. What I said was it rob you of the choice. At the end of the day, your sexual preference. If you choose to not date a bisexual person, that's your business. The same way you choose not to date BBWs or out of their race. Omar Johnson, that's crazy. I never said nothing about cheating, but bisexuality is the number one way HIV is spread. It's hard to get it from a woman to a man. Everyone is allowed to have their preference. I'm thinking she said there.
Yeah. So again, the problem there isn't that you're dating a bisexual person. You're dating someone who is sexually irresponsible and doesn't test themselves or doesn't tell you about their test results. That's the issue. It's not, oh, I don't want to date bi people. Like it's just biphobia, or it's like a branch of homophobia. You feel as though this statistic makes it more likely that your partner is going to do this or that, so you attach that generalization to them and then judge them based on that. It all comes from the same place. It's the exact same thing. You can have the preference. It doesn't make you any less trash of a person to me,
Yeah, I think the main root is like irresponsibility, sexual irresponsibility. I've seen a lot of it right now. Like, you know what I've been hearing a lot though, even with the women, it's just like, yo, someone I think like four people told me it's like, yo, if you don't catch an STD, man, you ain't really out here like that.
Yeah, that makes yes, that
So
makes
I'm just
sense.
like, yo, so like that's like a badge of honor, or like people
Hey, I got
like,
my first ST. Oh shit, my boy.
About time I got
like,
my worms. Finally got my worms.
Like,
or like
people are
herpes
fucking
has been
weird,
like a
man.
really big epidemic too right now. I think like
Yeah,
with that one,
that's
people are
part of
like,
the
oh well, I'm still, I still have a good sex life.
I mean, you can still have a good sex life if you have, any type. It's just a matter of protecting yourself and being
Yeah.
transparent with the people that you're fucking around with. Like, don't just fuck somebody and then like not say, hey, also, just to let you know, like, it's about communication and being responsible. That's really what it is.
For me, I don't know how people. God, I do not understand how people like get pregnant so easily. That shit is crazy to me. I have no idea how
I'm glad
people
that ain't
are
gonna
just
happen to
like,
me on accident.
oh,
Fuck
pregnant.
that.
Oh, pregnant. Oh, bro. Troy, why has no one ever gotten pregnant sleeping with you, Troy? You want to explain?
Oh, I mean, yeah, because I don't fuck bitches. And I
Uh-huh.
can't get pregnant.
Asshole.
So, life can bet you fast, but not fast like that for me.
No, I'd rather have the kids. I'd rather have the child than STD, but what was it?
I mean,
Of
well,
course.
yeah, I'm sure most people.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. I only got AIDS. She's not pregnant.
Like, okay.
Bro?
No, but I think but I like Angel's point though. It was the fact that like because these men are not saying it or aren't saying, yo, I like dudes, or not open or giving them a choice. That's why they're on high alert, and it's kind of creating this
But it also not
homophobia
creating a safe
from
Yeah,
space
but
for
what
men
is
to
there
say
to be
that.
on high alert about? What is like the
like
risk of
Yeah.
feminine
dating
traits.
someone
I
who is
guess they're looking for
bisexual doesn't
anything,
change anything.
like
Oh, I'm dating
anything
someone
that
who's
could be
bi and more
feminine.
likely to get AIDS or HIV. Well, if they don't get tested and don't communicate the results to you, yeah, of course.
Like feminine
But
traits, like a dude wearing a Henley.
I love my Henley shirts, bro. I don't think it's a feminine trait at all. That's what I don't understand is like we'll attach sexuality and shit to like clothing.
Yeah, and that's
So the weirdest
that's
shit,
what it is.
yeah.
You
Regular
attach
ass
to
clothing still.
sexuality, but like I'll say like power dynamics. Like I was reading the book called The Art of the Superior Man, and it talks about how a lot of relationships don't understand power dynamics. When you're a masculine woman, just easier to date a feminine man. When you're a masculine man, it's easier to date a feminine woman, and vice versa. And if you're neutral, this is the third dynamic. You can date someone who's more neutral in the balance. You know what I mean? And I think because everyone wants this, the media says you need this masculine man or this person in certain cultures. That certain culture is shopping for that type of dude because they're supposed to be straight. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie,
Uh,
this just sounds like gender astrology to me.
Gender astrology.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's all this sounds like. Like you
Well,
try
I
to
mean,
use the like spectrum of masculinity and femininity to like determine the success rate of relationships. When like the
it
conflict
does.
of those
I think
things.
like the power dynamics is you can't have two mother lovers being masculine as hell together.
Sure you can.
I mean, you can. It's just a matter of that's the thing. I think we are so you need to get the fuck out of people's business. Any type of relationship can work.
To be
Any
honest, they're
type of
not even looking
relationship
for
can.
masculine men. They want drug dealers.
I mean, there's that too. Motherfuckers talking about masculine, but really they just want a gun toting fucking drug dealing ass nigga that's gonna drop him off a stack every week. Like that's really what someone is talking about when they
You know,
say
I don't
that.
get about it though. Like these girls be like, they be with the drug dealer, but they won't even stay with the drug dealer if the drug dealer go to jail.
Right? Because
Of
bitches ain't
course,
what they
because you
used
a
to
bad
be.
drug dealer if you get your ass caught.
That's
You're gonna
crazy.
stay with a
There's that.
businessman who's a bad businessman and can't keep an LLC together?
I mean,
I mean, at least if you're with him for the business part, anyway.
Well, yeah. Oh, I love that he owns a business. That's like the biggest thing I'm attracted to. Oh
Because
yeah,
then you know what? Now I got
he
another
has 4
question.
companies that are going under.
Now I got another one. So let's say a nigga is like the drug dealer nigga who toting the guns, who could drop you off a stack once a week, but he a little feminine. Nigga get his nails done. He makes sure he got his clear polish on twice a week. You know what I'm saying? He get his face, he get his all his shit. Is it a problem then? Because he still got his guns. He still drilling duds. He got your stacks whenever you need it. How about that? Like, it's interesting. Interesting.
Y'all letting feminine drug dealers hit?
I bet you a nice amount of women would. They might not. They probably not gonna say they fuck around with him because the motherfuckers probably around the hood talking them shit about. Oh, they go that nigga soft meat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they go soft meat ass. And she be like, well, I don't fuck with that nigga behind closed doors. Hey, baby. Right? Like, yeah. So,
yo, you know what's funny? Like in other cultures, so I grew up. I like went to church, and you know, I went to church with Koreans. I went to church with white people, and like, you know, I'm from the hood, so like all the ignorant stereotypes and everything is in me. You know what I mean? So I remember one time I walked in my boy Dan's crib, and like I met his dad, and me and Dan both at a teenage age admitted, I swear to God, if my dad wasn't in church and married to my mom, I would think he's a sex offender. Because my man was
what?
A sex offender or like a gentle.
Oh shit!
He was all gentle
Wow.
and soft voiced, and he just doesn't seem like he was interested in a woman.
Why is that sex offender vibes?
Right, I'm like, damn. Where's the
He's all soft voiced, well spoken,
nice and shit.
He's like, hey, how's it going? You talk like
you're talking like pervert to pervert type shit.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. You talk like he's on ecstasy all the time.
Okay,
at a child.
That does have a little perverty vibe. It's a little perverty.
But he has a wife. He has like 5 kids, and I'm like, that's crazy. And my Korean friend's dad was like kind of a similar way. They were like very soft guys, but.
Some people he might not be soft. He might just be calm. Because then now it just made me think about too. I have this a friend of mine whose husband, his voice is a little high. And some people will be like, that's just naturally his speaking voice. Say, hey, yeah, let's go to the store. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some people will look at that and be like, oh, that nigga, it's something. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's literally just his voice. So unfortunately, everybody ain't got the Barry White. Yeah, baby, yeah. Everybody ain't got that. Some motherfuckers talk. Hey, yeah, we about to go to the store, and I gotta go to the grocery store today, baby. I love you. You know, like
Cat Williams. Is Cat Williams gay?
Right, that nigga voice high as hell. Yeah, I was gonna go to that. You know, like that shit is. It sounds like somebody fucking. It sounds like a fucking witch from the 1600s or something. Like, it's. I just think, like I was saying, people need to get the fuck out of people's business. Whatever work for people, work for people. If it don't work for you, then that's fine. But also look at yourself. If you're really bothered, why are you bothered? Because nothing that you don't care about should be bothering you.
Wait, but the comment, I'm gonna draw the line at the color and designs. And what, clothing?
I mean, I get that.
Well, I don't know what it means. In clothing or what?
Oh, I think the pedicure.
Like he did his hair like red and shit. And in the nail, yeah.
What about black? What if they paint their nails black?
Oh, that means he's a goth. Gonna fucking rage on your ass.
This is what Troy thinks of white people for any of our white people.
Hey, I didn't say it.
Thought it.
Oh yeah, that too. Height, because motherfuckers like.
Oh yeah, if you less than 6 foot, you're feminine.
No, I will never get them fucking knee implants. Never.
Nope. Yo, if you less than
6 feet,
if you less than 6 feet, you're a feminine man.
Nah, I think they start really looking at it when you're like 5'5" or less. It's like, oof.
Nah, it's 6 foot.
Probably 5'6". Well, no, I mean, yeah, of course, initially.
Most women don't know the difference between 5'10" and 6 foot. Most do not.
Yeah, literally. That's what I'm about to say. So the first, like, after like 5'9" to 6 foot, it's like, all right. Under that, it starts to be like, oh no. I don't care, but you know, I get it.
And again, so
no, that's I was literally just asking the question because I didn't know, like, I thought coloring designs might have been referring to like clothing or hair or whatever.
Oh yeah, you
Oh
can't.
yeah, at first I thought it was hair,
dressed
but yeah,
up, bro.
nails.
You can't be dressed like an Easter basket and dating.
Oh damn! So the nigga can't be. He can't look good. Niggas can't look good.
No pastels.
Wow.
No pastels. Nope.
Hey nigga, dark colors around here. What you got that yellow on for? A yellow, a little
Trust.
soft.
I don't like so much of it. Just sounds like people want to date miserable ass people.
Yeah, it just sounds. That's what it literally sounds like. People that are just miserable and so confined to very specific. I don't want to say roles, but I guess maybe that's the idea, that they don't even let themselves live outside of the box and be human, to experience the full fucking spectrum of humanity. Like we have a million emotions and we're like a whole fucking galaxy unto ourselves, and most people just lock themselves up and put themselves on Earth. It's like, bitch, you are planets. You are literally there's planets in you. Fucking, I don't know.
Yo, the color of clothes will be petty though. That'd be crazy as shit. You like, oh, yellow shirt, nigga.
So if a nigga walk in with an all pink tracksuit, I know a couple women who like.
Yeah, are we
where I
back to
used
saying
look
pink
like-
shirts are gay?
be
Are we
like-
back on that? I'm glad we're
Oh,
not.
hell no.
I mean, you know, if you got the right drip, you know, it'll look right. But
But how does media representation such as movies, TV shows, and music can impact women's perception of men with feminine traits?
I don't know, because I mean, there's not a lot of feminine straight men on TV. The idea of a straight man on TV is like, man.
Oh yeah, you remember
Or
John?
if there are, it's either it's like there's like the like 4 or 5 like little I guess tropes of men. There's like the manly man, there's the nerdy man, there's the like artsy kind of dude, and then there's the gay guy. So that's like the 4 types of like men you get on TV. So it's not like a lot of room to even see, I guess, and I hate the word feminine because it still depends on what you're talking about, but like feminine men on TV that are straight, because anytime you see a feminine man, he's gay or just like, you know, the artsy guy.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel about the same. I guess we can't even say that media doesn't have impact on what people find attractive, because like
Yeah.
every straight guy from like any year before starting in the 2000s and like the late 90s, you show them like Shigo or like Blackfire from Teen Titans, Gwen from like Total Drama Island. It's just like, oh yeah, these are the reason I'm obsessed with goth girls today. Like these women are the reason. So I mean, I guess it does have like some level of impact, but I don't think it's so great or so drastic that it's something that's even like, I would never call it concerning.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna pull up a picture that kind of set up an uproar like months ago.
That shit look good. That nigga was killing it.
I don't
Niggas
know,
was mad because they can't pull it off.
Sure, you kind of gay though.
I mean, yes. Yes, I am. But like,
that's petty as shit. I don't know.
Because first off, the leg cross thing, motherfuckers act like their grandpas and granddaddies wasn't doing that shit. Y'all grandpas is crossing their motherfucking legs. Don't play. Second off, pink is just a color. If y'all is letting right, he slapped up fucking grandma because dinner wasn't ready by the time he got home, and now he's sitting there with his legs crossed.
Yeah, she didn't have all day to be fair. To be fair, she had all day.
So, you know what?
But with that being said,
yeah, I mean, I don't feel any crazy way about this. I think it's a nice looking outfit. Yeah. I probably wouldn't wear it.
I mean, it's fucking good. Yeah, and I mean, I can't imagine he wore it somewhere. It's that's the point too. Like we get too deep into shit. It's called an editorial. It's a photo shoot. You put on shit for the shoot. It's not like he about to go put that shit on to the club. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
my thing is, that's it's more so. I don't think it's like feminine. Like, but let's say I learned like for men with darker tones, having lighter colors on you just show more of your features off.
Yeah, hell yeah. That shit
it's like part of art. You seen his I guess he says blackness more in all pink in that picture. It stood out more. It says some of the rings I see they call sus. Things I consume all sus is definitely petty as fuck. I seen something when someone posted about a man eating by himself with sus, and I'm like, what? Some of the things this generation says is reaching. It's a lot of Kelly Bundy females influencing the younger generations. They calling them sus, but rapping about selling their hoes. I mean, I got money
Ouch.
for it.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
Have you seen the video?
Wow.
There's like a podcast where two women were like ripping on that we call Martin Luther King Jr. great because he cheated on his wife. And it's like because he cheated on his wife, all of his other like accomplishments are moot.
I want my color. I mean, we all want our Coretta.
That shit is so dumb.
Somebody called it Jonathan Majors Day
awful.
instead of Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, Coretta.
Yeah, I called it that.
You shared
I
a post
called it
that said
that.
that. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I was initially seen feminine due to his color scheme, but I would say that it's gay.
But that's the thing though, is the outfit
Feminine.
doesn't tell you who he's trying to fuck.
Yeah, right. Like it's not like he's in the outfit
Felt
fucking.
like
Like
it was my hair.
hey, look at this photo shoot with a thing on his lap. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like it's him by himself in a color. Like,
And did you see women's general reactions to that shit? They were melting.
oh yeah,
over
bitches
it.
is yeah. I mean, shit, I'm no.
He always got that face though. He always has like the pouty, like puckered lips type deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's the fish. It's his face. It says his face. It's the other. Then he just got the drip. It's the fish. The
You
fishless
just
for
had
me.
so
man.
much trouble reading that, my boy.
I did. It was horrible. I personally always took these as jokes, but people take them too far, and even make those affected internalized things.
I don't know what that comment says. I've read it 3
Yo,
times.
affected. Just to let you know, spell check is ruining everybody's life. If you
Mhm.
don't, if you
Blame it
don't
on
use
the spell
It
spell
always
check,
does.
you got to spell check.
Yeah.
Spell check now.
Affect the lid.
No, I get what you
spell check.
mean of just like the rant, like how we were saying, like the men can't do shit show. Like, you know, like some of those things are so fucking wild. It's like, no, you don't really mean that, right? Like,
Fellas,
the
is it
fucking-
gay to
if your
lotion your
homeboy
feet?
yeah, it's like, girl, he put on lotion. That's us. Watch out. Or like, you know, the whole thing. I still think this one is the biggest one that has always tripped me out. The moment I found out about it, I was like, yo, this is crazy. Of like straight men not really wiping their own ass for real, or washing them because you know that's an ass and they don't want to get too in there. It's
Yeah, if
yours.
you spread your cheeks to wash your
No
butt,
one else
you
is
get it.
there. Yeah, no, y'all know no one else is in the bathroom, right? It's not like a man who just comes in the bathroom, open up them cheeks, bro. Like you're wiping
I mean,
it
it
yourself.
could be.
It's you. But I've heard like horror stories of women being like, you know, just some bullshit, and it's just like that's just kind of wild that niggas are so in this square of masculinity that they can't even properly wipe their own ass. No one else came in the bathroom. I promise. I swear to God, no one is gonna come in the bathroom and be like, "Oh, that nigga suck." Like, you know, it's okay. It's okay. Just wipe it.
I keep baby wipes in my bathroom because it's just cleaner than just using toilet paper. Is that sus?
It is sus, bro.
Bro, if you got a hairy ass and you only use toilet paper, I'm sorry, you need to take a shower. Like, if you only wipe your ass with toilet paper, you still stink.
Oh yeah.
We got a good comment.
This next comment, yeah, I like that.
Angel on the ones and twos again.
Take your time.
Sound it out,
You want me
Jamal. Shannon, Tate.
So you want me
Sound
to
it out, Jamal.
I can take it.
Sometimes I've known a girl who left her husband because he was too open. I think that's the biggest problem with the black male community. They're not allowed to open up and have feelings. I think that is what also attributes the suicide rate. Having to internal their emotions isn't healthy. We know why these men killing each other and these women, they're holding in so much. I won't lie.
Yeah,
that's a great ass point, Angel. And that's honestly why I'm still fucking single. Because I can't tell my feelings at all. Motherfuckers look at me strange as shit when I was, this is how I feel about this.
I don't
think motherfuckers get to feelings, the relationship will left.
But that's true. That's because that's why we used to have, like, I think that's why like physical abuse was more of a thing back then because niggas were more angrier. Like, fucking, that was more commonplace to beat your wife. Like, that was just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like
you can't express how you feel.
The dads who weren't hugging their kids and shit like that. Yeah, it was like, well, guess I'm going home to slap my bitch up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like that was more socially fucking.
That's not like a song, dude. Slap my bitch up. Smack my
Oh yeah, that's like a
bitch
techno song. Yeah, that's like a techno house type song. But yes, but you know, like Ike
Is that
Ike
what they're
Turner was
saying in
more
the
common
song?
back then.
It is
Yeah,
smack my bitch up.
Yeah,
Is it the one?
smack
Hold
my
on, we can
bitch
just look
up,
it up.
turn my
Is it the
pitch
one I'm
up.
thinking of?
Yeah,
From Charlie's Angels.
slap my bitch up.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my
Maybe not
God,
sounding
it
like that
is by
exactly,
the
but yeah.
Prodigy. Okay.
Yeah.
But so now we got men trying to be less of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? The physical abuse isn't as, it still happens completely, totally fucking happens, but it's way less commonplace than it used to be. Because men are now more in a place of expressing themselves. But now there's more men expressing themselves, and people are looking like, ooh, sus, ooh, watch out, ooh, what's that? So
There's
it's like,
also there's a
in a
stark
sense, there's
difference
always
between
going to be
healthily
challenge.
expressing yourself though,
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I just mean,
and like oversharing.
yeah, yeah.
Like oversharing. Like what would be oversharing?
I don't know. You're on a fucking first date, and then you're making it very clear
Oh, yeah.
that your mother has never been there for you, and you're just dumping everything you've ever experienced on the first
Yeah.
person who shows you like emotional interest. Like that shit is like,
Like-
wait, slow down, bro.
My mother never been there for me, but I can't.
I mean, because it's the biggest thing is like for me, from my personal experience, I wasn't super open with my mom when I was even younger because my dad wasn't around and kids would tease me for being a mama's boy. So I shut that relationship out super fucking early in life. And from
Most
that
niggas
point
are mama's
forward,
boys, which is so stupid.
I mean, it is.
Oh,
It is.
what is
super
a mama's boy though? Like a lot. I
I
think
mean,
we confused.
your mama
Are
love
we
you, and
aligned
most
on a
girls are
definition of a
daddy's
mama's
girls.
boy?
It's the same as daddy's girls. Just the person that's gonna be like right in your corner, period, as a parent, because they should be.
But when does it become a toxic thing?
When they're too involved in a relationship. When they
I
feel
think
like they
that
have an inside, like, because at the end of the day, once you do decide to be with somebody, especially if it's going to, the marriage route or gets deeper, that person has like a bit of a precedence over your parent at that point. I mean, not like fuck your mama and daddy, you know what I'm saying? But it's like that relationship is
all right.
yours.
Here's
So
my thing:
it's
is
a
this? I
problem when
think
they get involved too much. That's when they begin.
I think certain moms. I think if it's a healthy relationship and a mom has a really good outlook, I think moms could protect their sons more from some of these dating some of these women. Because there's a lot of
I don't think it's your
a lot of
mom's duty
moms
to
not
protect you from that, especially if you're
like
in your
just giving
20s.
you game. Like they understand. Like when you first date women, you don't know the tricks of the trade. You don't know
I mean, but it's the
what
same
a
as
bad woman is. You don't
daddy's
know what a
girls.
good woman is. You don't know if you're getting played or not. You're just getting fucking played. You know what I'm saying? Like how can a woman like how can like your mom put you on game and shit to actually protect you from making these huge mistakes that affect your whole life? You got NBA players out their moms in their corner getting porn stars pregnant,
Mamas be their managers and shit. Like, nigga.
millions of dollars because a woman trapped them. But be honest, he probably seen all the red flags. His mom probably knows all the red flags. His mom probably even knows the dark psychology of what women want to get that money up. You know what I mean? You
Why does that
understand
sound
your
like you
son's
just
a
read a
big
book
ass
title?
target.
The Dark
Yeah.
Psychology of Women.
Yeah, it is, man. Some motherfuckers try to use it. Men got the same thing. They got dark
Oh, so
psychology.
nigga got the same shit.
Yeah.
Don't fuck around with a smart nigga who ain't shit. Oh, that's a smart nigga who also
Hey,
ain't
at me
shit?
next time, pussy.
Oh, wow. Oh no, that's a tough one. You might not survive that.
Oh,
I
also
mean,
I think
I used to
like
be a smart nigga
let's
who
see what
wasn't
she
shit.
said. Angel said this next time. Agree, but it's so many followers that partly the problem. We are in an age of awakening, and hopefully we awaken more people. But these females don't have no positive influences. These motherfuckers can read, don't want to read, can't even write in cursive. That's so true. They don't even teach cursive no more. It's the end of the world.
That
We
shit
have a
is
generation of
Cursive is
women turn
obsolete.
down the men because they value them by $1 when they don't realize when you value a person by a amount, that's the value you add into yourself. I didn't understand everything, but I kind of get the emotion in what just
I
happened.
think she meant to say can't read.
Cursive is also very fancy.
Yeah,
It's
I think
fancy, but
cursive,
it's
cursive is a
expired.
little sus, bro. Cursive is
And
a
it
little
looks
sus.
amazing because most motherfuckers' manuscript is ass. Most people don't know how to fucking write. So maybe try cursive. Cursive looks fancy without trying.
Nah, but I think that's a big dilemma, though. I agree with that one.
Yep. Oh, this next one.
Wait, do we really think
it's
it's a problem with people not like writing?
your mom is your first exposure?
Oh
I
no,
feel
I'm
like
talking
a
shit.
man
I'm
relationship
just a
with his
writer,
mother
so like
profoundly affects how men approach relationships with women they date. Same goes for women and their fathers. Yeah, I think Daniel, that's absolutely right.
That's your first example. Yeah, that's your first example of, you know, the opposite sex or whatever. So depending on how they treat you, depending on how you see them treat your mom or dad, a lot of times that starts to affect your own love life. And if you don't take the second to like check in with that, you might be doing some fucked up shit, passing down some more fucked up shit. And that's what happens, unfortunately, I think so often with us. It's like, especially black people, we don't take the time to check in and be like, damn, that shit that I saw growing up was some bullshit. That was toxic. I need to make sure I don't have that. Like, we just keep going through the motions and passing it down to the next generation. Because I'd be damn, I'm not passing down the shit to my parents. Granted, I'm probably not going to have kids. But nephews, nieces, godkids, all that shit. But either way, I'm not going to pass down that shit that was passed down to me. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
The shit that I've seen is like, no, y'all gotta get y'all gonna get something else because this it's gonna stop with me.
Stop it with you. And back to Daniel's comment real quick, Troy. Your mom is your first exposure to a woman. I feel like a man's relationship with his mother profoundly affects how men approach relationship with women they date. Same goes for women and their fathers. I think like it really does too. It normalizes the right thing because if you like grew up in a toxic relationship your whole life, you're normalized to seeing toxic relationships. So when you get in these toxic relationships, it just seems normal. But if you seem like a healthier relationship or what you perceive to be like a healthier relationship with boundaries and stuff and respect, when you get to a toxic relationship, you'd be like, red flag, bitch. Red flag.
Yeah. It's easier to notice it. Because it's like, oh no, I know what this should look like, and this don't look like that.
Exactly. These men will buy you stuff and boom, you think he loves you, but yet they don't realize these men will buy them a $500 bag and they think they love them, but they won't invest in them. You allow a man to cheat on you because he buys you stuff, then he will leave you for a woman worth investing. They buy you a $300 bag, but the woman that's worth investing, they buy them a $300,000 house. Females don't even realize some city girls telling them to set the bar low, get flew out and get a diagnosis. You know, that's the dumbest shit ever, right? So a Birkin bag is like Birkin bag costs a couple racks. But honestly, if a guy can buy you a Birkin bag, why didn't you put that on your house down payment?
Because bitches don't want houses.
I was thinking about that. I mean, I was dating maybe like two girls.
Home ownership isn't
a thing anymore. Two girls I dated. It was like Birkin bag. It's like, yeah, I can't wait to get me a Birkin bag. I'm trying to save up. These bitches live. I'm sorry, I gotta say, these women still live with their moms and shit. And that's my thing. Yeah, they still with their moms. Their priorities and that stuff. They just do what sounds cool. And earning a Birkin bag is one of your biggest achievements, which is crazy. But if a man can give you a Birkin bag, he helped you achieve something big, so he loves you.
See, just to hop on, this is also a cultural thing too, because like with the whole when you mentioned like women staying with their moms, and some cultures they stay like the sons and the daughters, whoever, they stay with their family until they are at that actual point of being able to fucking move out and actually go get their own house. So like we look at that shit, we're like, oh, you 18, 19, get the fuck out. They be staying with their parents until like 28, and then like now they're at a place where they can go get their fucking house. Bam, I'm out. Like
I can see
they don't. Yeah, they don't
take our kids. I can see the benefit of it, but like most of the time, these people who do stay with their parents, they have a financial plan. These people don't have an ounce of money left in their bank account every week. They spend, no plan to leave. That's the big difference too. Like, also, like as a guy, if we live with our mom or we live with roommates, we don't actually have our own spot. It looks like.
I mean, yeah, because it really does come down to that. You don't really have like your own spot.
Yeah, like it's okay not to have your own spot. Is the thing. Like, why would I put myself in a financial risk, more of a financial risk than I need to by getting my own spot?
Yeah.
It's called leverage. You know what I
But
mean?
yeah, I agree. Her comment too. Yeah, they would literally stay with their parents so they can buy a house until they get married or until they graduate, and then it's like, all right, now I'm out. Like, I think we're the only culture that really be ready to kick our kids the fuck out at like 8 the moment they graduate.
Hey, yo,
Hey,
my mom is an old white lady. I was
okay,
like, yo,
probably white people.
it might
too.
be more feasible for me to come back home because like it'll just be easier for me to save for a car and shit and get like another car. And she was like, no, I enjoy living by myself now. I'm like, damn, mom. All right.
She said, "No, mama gotta have a life too."
But that's the thing is that I don't think she's gonna end up like she's 70 years old. She's not really like running around looking to date people. And then she got 2 open rooms in her crib. So when I reached out to ask, I was like, I figured those 2 open rooms, I could use at least one of them. But that just wasn't the conversation she wanted to have.
Mama gotta have a life too.
She's like, nah, you can come back. Nah, but I think like
She said, "Do
getting,
what?"
I think the right route, if you do go to your mom's, back to your mom's house, if I had an appropriate home to go back to my mom's crib, I would do it if the environment was right. And this is what I mean. Like, for instance, I would do it if I could save up money. I was able to like save up a couple, like, all right, let's say your rent and all the main bills you pay in a house is close to like $1,000. Let's say it's just 500. Let's say 500. That's what is that, $6,000 a year you'll be saving at your mom's crib without even trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, I'll say that I appreciate the fact that I do still have the ability to. Like, my mom still be like, hey, you want to come back home? You want to, like, anytime I go back to Detroit, you think about moving back? You can stay here a little bit if you need to. I'm like, nah, girl, I'm gone. But with off of what Kendall just said, it makes me feel a little bit more appreciative that I do have the like ability to go back home if I needed to.
Yeah.
Because
I think that's the good part. Like, it would feel good. I'm jealous of y'all, man. Yo. But I can go back.
Yeah, I mean that's effectively what I said. Like I'm not able to do that.
We're jealous of Troy. Troy, screw you. But I just think that delves into an even deeper conversation that includes men giving too much. Also, avoid making generalizations, but what Angel said is valid because it does happen. Yeah, I think men give too much. Like, we gotta have boundaries. I was talking to some people like men give way too much, and then we have nothing to show for it. You know what I mean? If a relationship goes south, what do you have to show for it? Like, what are you investing in yourself, bro? You really are spending your life paying bills, impressing women, giving money to ladies, and like you're putting yourself on the back end. They're gonna, at the end of the day, they're saving money because you're buying their meals, you're buying their clothes, right? Who is gonna look out for you when you're down? They don't have the financial ability to look out for you when you're down. They're gonna leave when you're down. So you need to set yourself up.
I mean, I don't want to exactly say that. That sounds slightly bitter, but I get what you're saying. But I think it's more so you got to feel. We keep looking for other people to fill up our cup. You fill up your cup first.
That's what I mean. So, like, at the end of the day, like,
it's like if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not filling up your cup, but you're constantly pouring out, at some point, yeah, you're gonna run empty. The fucking cup can't stay full of water while you're still pouring out water. So it's like, what are you doing for yourself? I think we just lack that sense of self to where we know what to do to refill ourselves.
Yeah,
like, it might be something spiritual, it might be something artistically, it might be something, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's something that you can do to refill your cup, but so many people are just running through life without stopping and being like, all right, wait, I'm running low. What the fuck do I need right now for me?
Troy, did you just say what I said, but smarter?
Possibly. that could be a thing. But no, I mean, it's not even just with men. I think women too. Like, just in life, we have to like find what we just gotta fill up our cup, and this like goes back to minding your fucking business. Everything starts with you. Once you deal with you, everything else comes. It's not. I ain't gonna say it comes easy, but you know what I'm saying. That's the term. Everything else is a bit easier because
once you get yourself right, everything else is a lot easier. Like, can you imagine if you got your finances right to the point where like you are literally financially stable. Some shit hits your financial ship, it don't rock. You just like, oh, that's just a little turbulence. You know what I mean?
Like, but I don't even mean like, yes, but I don't even mean physically. I mean literally, non-physically in a sense of I'm okay. I can handle what comes to me in life because I know how to handle it.
Oh yeah.
Because I know what to do to be able to handle it. Not because you can have a fucking $1 million today, but tomorrow you can lose it all. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Or tomorrow you can become a millionaire. Today you might not have nothing but shit, negative $3 in your account. Like 24 hours can change fucking everything. So it's just more so about becoming in a place of being able to assess or handle what life gives you without losing yourself and being able to refill yourself so that, again, it becomes easier.
I like that because it's that that ability to be truly independent. Because like if you can be independent financially, but you can be codependent mentally and spiritually, all that good stuff. Like shit, man, I might be like financially independent, but I might go to a strip club to feel love.
Oh,
Yeah, it's always
there's like 15 songs about not doing that. You're in the wrong place, my boy.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. So I said, what's her experience? She said, yes, I know an old head been on Section 8, dated a drug dealer. He loved them so much he bought them stuff and left they ass in Section 8 when he decided he wanted better. Good job, King.
That sounds about right. Good job, King. Wow.
I hate seeing dudes do that. Like, respect yourselves and set boundaries. You're right. Because everybody be setting unrealistic standards. Y'all want what Cardi B and Offset have. He buy her cars, but y'all don't bring shit Cardi bring to the table. Let's be realistic. You don't. Absolutely not. You absolutely do not bring anything that Cardi B brings to the table. And it's not even just finances. She just got her own shit. She don't need Offset. So she actually finds a way to appreciate Offset. You know what I mean? She don't need this nigga.
All right. That actually goes back to the Coretta Scott shit. Because it was like
I need my credit.
MLK's son, or like I think the third or whatever, he was saying like my mom was more than just his wife. And that's really what it is, about being whole fucking people. Cardi B is a whole person. She don't need the motherfucker, but she wants a person. People aren't whole these days. Like that's really what it
that
comes
is so
down
true.
to.
Like you could easily like be overshadowed by somebody, especially your man. And then you will start to question your identity eventually, and you will start to resent that nigga because how you don't have a personality. I've been in situations.
Literally.
I legit was like, you ever been in a situation where you dating somebody and you meet their friends, and they knew this person longer than they knew you, and they introduce you as dumb as they'd be like, oh, that's Britt's Jamar's girlfriend, or Jerry's Jamar's friend, or Troy, or Jerry's Jerry's Troy's boyfriend, or something like that.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna
like they introduce you like they knew you first.
Yeah.
That's the chance that person has no personality, and they literally just.
But even like outside of that, because like you hit it like right on the nail. I'm reading Michelle Obama Becoming, right, and she was talking about how being with Barack made her realize so many of the things that she was doing. Like she didn't know who she was basically at some point, so she had to kind of figure herself out because she was starting to resent him for him having so much purpose and knowing who he was and being, you know what I'm saying, this person who didn't have questions about his identity. You know what I'm saying? Like she had all these questions, and so she was like, she realized she was resenting him for that, and she had to become her own person to handle the relationship. And that's what it is. Like Coretta Scott was Coretta Scott without him. She didn't need him to become Coretta Scott. She was Coretta Scott. And that's what, like, we have to accept being whole fucking people on our own before we introduce a whole nother person into our life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're with somebody because I'll say this. You won't know if you're with somebody because you want to be with them or because you're filling a void.
I see what you're saying. So if you fill in the void, you will never have it. You won't have your identity. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, yeah, you won't have that, and you'll always blame them or project that onto them when they have one.
That's deep. I see what you're saying. Because you gotta think about it. Like you could easily be overshadowed if your significant other was the president. Shit, look at Simone Biles.
Yeah, she was like,
Simone
I had to make
Biles'
sure I was a
husband
person.
What's his name? Simone Biles' husband?
That? It's like, no. That's just fucking dumb shit.
That's fucked up.
But
Were you intentionally making the point?
Huh?
I said, were you intending to make that point?
Yeah.
Because that
exactly. That's so petty, yo. Since the dawn of time, men have been raised to provide for the family, but that narrative is dated, and it was an expectation because women couldn't work. Now we can all get jobs. It should be more of an even playing field for financial things. I agree. I really do agree. To a point, like I'm okay with a woman like going 50-50. At the end of the day, like me as a man, I do want to provide because I've been raised in that situation where I'm okay with paying like 80 to 90 to almost 100% of the bills, but I have to have faith. And if I'm paying, I'll be quite honest, guys. I'll tell
that if one day I can't do it, you can.
80 to if I'm paying 80 to 100% of the bills, I'm getting a prenup.
Okay.
If I'm having the ability, if I have that much ability to do the double, like have double the income of you, and you know what I mean, just be the main provider, I'll be at a prenup because at the end of the day, you got to protect yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really disagree with that. No.
But like,
I like this next comment though.
But if we're equally yoked, I'm okay with doing like the 50-50. I might not even get a prenup because I want your money too. I'm joking.
So the part where she say we want the man to provide, but we don't want to put up with what our grandmothers did. I think that one is very interesting because also a lot of women used to lose themselves. They didn't know who they were when their man went home. Like recently, I had a conversation about someone whose mom, her dad had passed or whatever. And it's been a few years, and the mom, like, she doesn't like eat until a certain time of day. She's like, well, I used to didn't eat until 4 p.m. until he got home from work anyway. You didn't eat all day. It's like your digestive system didn't work because personally, I'm not about to wait for you all fucking day. I might give you about an hour if we got some food plans. I'm gonna fucking eat because I need to, because that's what I biologically need to do for my body. So it's like so often our grandmothers and great grandmothers, they didn't exist outside of grandpa or papa, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have, so it's like now women have the opportunity to exist and men have the opportunity to express themselves, but there's this weird divide of not knowing how to handle that yet. Like grandma did not fucking exist outside of cooking grandpa's plate, ironing his clothes, and taking care of the kids in the house. I mean, she's probably the sweetest woman in the world, the nicest, most lovely woman, but I bet you she didn't know how to spell her fucking name. Or like how to fucking write a check, or like, you know what I'm saying? Just all kind of fucked up, like normal shit.
And of course, it was not even any fault of their own either.
Yeah. No, of course not.
Yeah, I think like I love being a woman with an identity though. Something about a woman with their own identity.
A man or a woman with an identity is more interesting. Like, because it's like, oh, you're a person. I want to get to know this person.
Nobody want to date a side character.
Simple.
Nobody want to date a side character.
An NPC.
Hey, I mean, I know personally I don't. I'm not gonna fuck around with NPC right quick. Why not? But...
Yeah. Nah, but I think these are all great, really, 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 really great points here, man. I think many of the time I wouldn't accept the ass whooping either if I was a woman. I'm just saying, like, you getting your ass whooped for not having that dinner. Nobody want to get the ass whoops nowadays,
right?
I don't think they should
also
do it.
Because bitches fight back. Also nowadays women fight back. Like, Granted, it should have to, but I would imagine more women fight back now than back then.
Yeah. Shit. I remember I
It's
first
like,
what
nigga, I'm
was
about
it?
to
What
run you
was
over with my car.
I was an anecdote from David Goggins' book. You cannot hurt me, or what was it? You can't hurt me.
Yeah, you can't hurt
He was
me.
talking about his childhood and how his mom was abused and how his mom was beaten bloody senseless, even though his dad was at that time. You were only making like hundreds of weeks, but his dad was
Wasn't it a
making
stepdad that
thousands.
was abusive, or was it his like actual dad?
It was his actual dad. His stepdad that was gonna be his first stepdad got murdered, but his life was
Okay.
just shitty. It's crazy life. But pretty much the point was, yeah, his mom got beaten bloody. The kids got beaten bloody. She tried to call the cops, and what happened was when she tried to call the cops laughed at her, and he pretty much
Please
said,
don't
"Well,
do
this
shit.
woman's just spoiled. She's the one for me. She's supposed to have everything. I give her this beautiful house. I got her this beautiful car. She just wants to get, you know what I mean? So it's crazy. Like women literally couldn't even call the cops back then.
I mean, shit, barely. I kind of went through some of this, growing up or whatever, and I will say, like, whenever I do get a really big official platform, I do want to work with something in domestic abuse because the way the police treat it is insane. Like, it almost doesn't fucking matter. You have to be literally on your deathbed for them to kind of want to do something about it.
Yep.
Outside of that, it's like, oh, well, he lives here, or you know what I'm saying, like shit like that, and it's like having seen it up close and personal. That shit, especially if there's children involved. And it's a problem. It's a big problem.
And he was talking about like the mindset of seeing all that fucked him up to the point where like he had detachment from life because he never knew when he was going to be beaten to death. All the trauma
I'm
gave
glad
him
I
depression
wasn't.
for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I'm fucking
That's
sure.
crazy. Well, all I have to say is we can all help each other pay our bills so we don't get our ass whooped. And it's okay to date a more feminine man if you're into that. I think
Just be whole.
Huh?
Just be whole. Just be a whole fucking person. None of that shit even matter. Just be whole.
You just be a whole person. That's what we get into it. Don't let the media influence you. Don't let your culture perception influence you and who you date. Just do you. And just because a man know how to sew doesn't mean he like it in the hole.
Okay. Wow. Love it.
A word.
Love it. Should put that on a shirt. Put that on a shirt. Merch. We're getting merch out here, y'all.
Nah, man.
Knows how to sew, but still getting the hose.
Yep, there you go.
Hey. I don't know how
We
to
can
sew,
we can
but
clean
I don't
that up
mind
a
the
little bit.
Well, anyway, guys, thank y'all for watching. I'm shutting this stream down. If you want to chat with me, I'm at Uno serving the bar to Uno's, man. It's a pizza spot. Near where I'm at, and yeah, I'm the bartender, so I wear a really tight shirt and some really tight pants to get extra tips from women. So I gotta get ready.
Feminine.
Oh yeah, that's
oh shit, them tight pants. That's real zesty over there, nigga.
All right, last comment to set the mood. You can find a good man. He might snort a little coke. Nobody's perfect. I love it. Put on a shirt.
I think I think that's one of the spots where you'll draw a line. I don't think any